What's up, everyone? It's Nashville's Fit Realtor. We're going to be talking about the top 5 limiting beliefs that typical home buyers or first-time investors have. But before we do anything, make sure you like, follow, subscribe below. First limiting belief that people have, your environment. You know the phrase, you are the sum of the 5 people you hang around with most? Well, it's true. And if most of the friends that you hang out with don't really invest, don't know anything about real estate investing, you're going to be called crazy. You're going to think you're crazy, and most likely you are crazy, right? But if you got involved in a community group like the Eden Realty community group or a Facebook community group, or surrounded yourself with a mentor who's walked the path, who's farther down the trail than you are, you're going to feel pretty confident in your decision, right? Whoever you surround yourself with, if you surround yourself with 4 real estate investors, odds are you're probably going to become the 5th. So, environment, number 1. Number 2, knowledge. This has 2 parts with it. The first part, the lack of knowledge. If you were trying to do something and you knew nothing about it, I would be pretty scared to do it too, right? When I went skydiving, I knew nothing about planes, I knew nothing about parachutes, but yet I still jumped out of a plane. Why? Because I had an instructor who'd done thousands of jumps before, who folded the parachute, great guy, who guided me on the path safely back onto the earth, right? The other side, too much knowledge, the analysis by paralysis, okay? You've read all the books, you know all the terms, you know all the theories, you can explain everything in a debate-like fashion, but you've taken no action. All that knowledge with no action goes nowhere, okay? So make sure you have a guide to either pull you into action or give you the courage to take action, okay? Number 3, the view from losing something versus the view of gaining something. Most of us are more afraid of losing something versus feeling the reward and trying to get something we've never had, okay? If we have our current lifestyle, right, we are more afraid of losing that than we are gaining a new lifestyle. And so the risk and the learning curve involved with real estate investing seem too daunting because there's risk involved. And right now we are more comfortable with the life that we have and afraid of losing that versus the reward of gaining a whole new life that could be infinitely better, okay? By learning the numbers, by assessing your fears, you can break through of that former life to take hold of this new life, okay? Number 4, short-term comfort versus long-term delayed gratification. We are creatures of comfort. Our brains, our bodies are built for survival and then built for comfort. The minute that we feel like all of our needs are satisfied, we lose all drive to try to better our lives. Think about the most productive times in your life. Most likely, your back was against the wall and you had to make something happen. If it didn't happen, you weren't going to either eat or find love or whatever the challenge was. Okay, we thrive in discomfort, believe it or not. But our body, our brain seeks comfort. Okay, for most of us, 80% of us live paycheck to paycheck. We go out to eat, we buy things that we don't need to impress people who we don't really like deep down, right? By suppressing these short-term comforts, we can take hold of long-term gains that we get to keep for the rest of our lives, okay? So that's number 4, overcoming short-term comfort for that long-term gain. Number 5, afraid of making mistakes or trying to do it right, okay? When taking action, when going out into the arena of life, for most people, that like I view this from a stage perspective, my music background. Most people are afraid to get on the stage, to send it, to be in the arena, right? Because you're going to be judged, right? And maybe the judge is yourself, maybe the judge is other people, but you're going to be judged, okay? For a lot of people, you're afraid of making a mistake. And yeah, making mistakes suck. Let's address that. Like, who wants to say that I made a mistake publicly? Not many people, not me, right? But that's part of the journey. We learn more from our mistakes than we do our successes, right? And that's part of this journey. You're going to trip and fall. I watch my daughter who's trying to walk right now. She falls down probably 60 times a day trying to walk, but she doesn't think she's trying to walk. She's just trying to enjoy herself, right? When we stop looking at pressure, that extrinsic pressure from other people, and we just ask ourselves, what's the one right thing that I need to be doing right now, and we just view it as part of the process, it becomes a rewarding experience. It's like, oh, I just found a way not to do this. So I'm one step closer to being able to do it. And then on the other side, some of us want to make sure that we're going to do it right? And we have to have it perfect and pristine, and we never get out onto the stage unless if it's absolutely phenomenal, right? And that's unrealistic too, because it will never be phenomenal. It will never be perfect. Perfect is an illusion, right? We all know this, but yet we act like it's still a thing, right? And so understanding that, you know what, with the knowledge that I have, with the actions that I can take, this is the best I can do right now. You know, I'm going to learn the right answer or the right way to do it from this action, and that's how I get better, and you're just on this wonderful cycle of getting better. So again, these are the top 5 limiting beliefs that typical home buyers or first-time investors have. I am Nashville's Fit Realtor. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe below, and have a great rest of your day, y'all.